disagreeable things, but we're defensive.
For me, by far the best performance in the movie was Cyril Cusack's. And the wonderful thing was, if we're talking of the emotional engine that drives an actor, Cusack was an Irishman, a real Irishman, and he detested the English. Give him the chance to play the Englishman who controlled the black and tans, the Englishman who was responsible for the massacres here, there, and everywhere. And he did it with such venom, such loving venom, that I was completely enchanted by it. And it's that humanity which has got to be manipulated and destroyed. It's got to be used by control, by the operators, and turned against him. It's a theme that I, of course, developed very much in the relationship between Smiley and Carre in the later books. That Smiley, in dealing with the totalitarian concept, abandons his humanity. And the communist opposite number, Carre, in dealing with his daughter, has to espouse humanity and abandon communism. So each crosses the other's border. And I think it was an idea that I was already playing with unconsciously in The Spy Came In From the Cold. When Marty discussed it with me, I asked for Rita Tushingham. I wanted somebody who was a bit kooky, somebody who could play working class, a bit solitary, a natural recruit for her local communist party in St. Pancras or wherever it was. But Clare took the job, and she brought to it, inevitably, certain problems. She's very beautiful. She also has enormous class. She plays, queens and princesses and those things. She speaks beautifully. The English are branded on their tongues. Clare tried to, if you will, and make it lower class.
Would you like to share my sandwiches?
What she radiated was tremendous confidence in the part. She could play against Richard. She knew she wasn't going to be acted off the screen.
Oh, yes, but you can't get lunch near you.
She provides that female focus that the story needed. And I think she plays a beautiful part terribly well.
Morning, Mr. Lofthouse.
Good morning, Miss Perry.
I suspect artistically, Marty felt would be over-egging the story, if you will, to emphasize her Jewishness. We left that aside. The most tragic thing really was that the Fiedler character was somebody we could focus on, and that was somehow his death was more shocking ideologically. Her death was going to be shocking emotionally.
Just a technician, but not a communist technician.
Another beautiful performance was Oskar Werner's. He was an absolutely exquisite actor. His great part was in Jules et Jim. This was a wonderful, light, delicate little conductor's performance. And it contrasted wonderfully in the choreography with Burton's kind of heavy, butch, elbows on the table attitude. So this little elf dancing round Burton, and then the elf going to the sacrifice.
Well, I'm telling you, you're mad.
Lemus and Fiedler bonded as professionals.
Shut up.
That happens very often in the spy world.
Mund is a traitor.
That people who live in those capsules are part of a masonry, and it's a cross-border masonry, as we frequently see. And for all the back and forth between them, particularly in the film, there's a sense of a humanitarian connection between them, a kind of human respect, which God knows is notably absent in the relationship with Mund. And it was also necessary, I think, to set up that nascent friendship between Fiedler and Lemus in order to destroy it at the end. Betrayal is greater. Who can you betray if not your friends? The creative side of me, if you like, was hugely appreciative of what he did achieve.
Bird watching's one of my hobbies.
I think the stuff I related to most easily, which did work very well, was the step-by-step recruitment of Alec Lemus by these German intelligence people, how he was, as it were, passed up the line, and each flirtation led to the next one, and the way in which Lemus, as we said in the business in those days, trailed his coat, got picked up. There was real spook authenticity, I think, about that passage, and for that, I think, great credit to Paul Dane, the screenwriter, who, as I mentioned, had pretty startling experience of the spook world and knew very well how those seductions were likely to take place.